Hi everyone, my name is Elodie and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little different to the usual content I've previously shared. So 9 years ago I travelled to Asia for the first time to visit a friend who at the time was living and working in Vietnam, and I loved it. I loved the food, I loved the people, I loved the culture. Having been inspired by my dad's old home videos of our family trips to France and the USA, I thought I'd have a go myself and put together a little vlog of our trip using footage and photos taken on my old iPhone 5S. It was the first video I ever edited. I think it's still on Vimeo somewhere. Anyway, it sparked my passion for video editing, and since then I set myself a goal that if and when I ever travel to Japan, I would create another vlog to document the trip. And that's exactly what I did, only this time I've split the vlog into a 7-part series. So without further ado, I'd like to take you on a journey through the land of the rising sun, to share with you some of the amazing sights and experiences I had, and to hopefully provide you with some inspiration for your travels. I really hope you enjoy this series. Tanoshinde. Arigatou gozaimasu. Konnichiwa, yokoso. Hello and welcome to episode 1 of our adventure in Japan. This was a 2-week trip starting in Tokyo and ending in Kyoto. And on the outward flight, we were very impressed with the meals. Plain food often tends to get a bad reputation, but the food we had was actually pretty good. Our hotel in Tokyo was amazing. They gifted us this beautiful origami crane, and we each had a yukata to lounge around in. The shower looked directly into the bedroom and had this really cool function where you could turn the foggy sheen on and off instantly. Also, the toilets in Japan are very high tech. They have heated seats, the lid will sometimes lift up automatically as you walk in, and they come with a vast array of buttons. Honestly, I'd spend about 5 minutes just trying to find the flush button, although some of them flush automatically. Anyway, we also had this fantastic seat window view overlooking the city. And here's what it looked like in daylight. So after enjoying a delicious hybrid Japanese-English breakfast, we met up with the rest of our group and began our first full day in Tokyo by visiting the Tsukiji Market, one of Tokyo's oldest markets. There was so much to see. That there on the left is fresh wasabi. I think I'll pass if you don't mind. Zach was on the lookout for an authentic Japanese chef's night throughout the whole trip. Everything looked so good. But soon it was time for us to move on to our group sushi making lesson. Look at us rocking the chef's hat. So this is how my workstation looked to begin with, and the final result. Totally professional. To be fair, Zach got the equivalent of a Paul Hollywood handshake from the chef. Then there was only one thing to do with the fruits of our labour: have a feast, complete with warm green tea, ice-cold water, a salad, and some kind of mushroom omelette in a cup. Safe to say, we were all full afterwards. After that big lunch, our guide Megumi-san took us round the Hama Rikyu Gardens. There's our first glimpse of some cherry blossom right there.
This is cherry blossom. The pink one is actually peach blossom. Usually at this time of the season, we see those pink ones only. And then more maybe...
This garden, which was once a shogun's villa where feudal lords hunted ducks in the tidal waterways, was open to the public in 1948 and features plum groves, a peony garden and a tea house. Although located right in the heart of a big city, it was really rather peaceful. You couldn't even hear the noise of the traffic. Now, as I've just mentioned, one of the main attractions of Japan is, of course, the cherry blossom, or sakura. However, I don't think this was cherry blossom. I recall Megumi-san explaining that the deeper pink colour is in fact peach blossom. But even so, it's still very beautiful. Don't worry, we'll be seeing lots more cherry blossom later on. After a nice walk around the park, we then headed over to Asakusa via the subway for a little rickshaw ride. Remember those cherry blossoms I was talking about earlier? Well, as promised, they are everywhere. And over on the right is the Tokyo Skytree, which was built back in 2012 after the older Tokyo Tower ceased to provide complete digital TV broadcasting coverage due to being surrounded by too many high-rise buildings. The Skytree is much taller than Tokyo Tower, reaching 634 metres high. Just a bit of trivia for you there. Then we headed over to Senso-ji Temple. Now in Japan there are two main religions that coexist in harmony, Buddhism and Shintoism. There are around 80,000 Buddhist temples and 100,000 Shinto shrines throughout all of Japan. So naturally, we saw a fair few of these throughout the whole trip. Finally, after browsing the long line of stalls selling Buddhist charms, Japanese sweets and souvenirs, we ended the day with a group dinner at an Izakaya, which is the Japanese equivalent of the pub. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you feel like it, click that subscribe button for more updates. I will be posting more vlogs from this trip over the coming weeks, so if you're interested, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.